20 south, I'm in 138 east. I can't tell how far
We were just getting ready to go out for practice. We were in our team meeting room, and we were just getting ready to watch a little film because it looked like there was some weather coming in. So we were going to watch a little bit of tape. And my assistant coach, my son, got an alert on his phone, and then I think everybody's phones just started going nuts. And then the trainer and my son escorted the kids over to the high school, and we went right down to the basement. We left our meeting and went down to the basement with the boys and waited it out down there for about an hour.
To the high school to go in the tunnel, and then it was like really happening. Like houses were getting knocked over, Starbucks was gone.
People's houses was torn down, and a couple teammates' houses was damaged.
One thing you don't think about is when you don't have power, it's tough to charge cell phones, and we've become so accustomed to communicating with Twitter, with text, with phone calls on a cell phone. But with the football team, when you have 100 players, that's everybody spread out, and it becomes much more difficult. So Coach Colby and I met the following morning, and we started discussing about some options that we would have. We still did not have power at the school for multiple days, and so after a couple of days of not having practice and not really being able to get everybody together for a meeting, it became pretty clear that we weren't going to be able to pull off the game that night.
We have a coach that coaches, or that rather lives in the Kokomo area, and kind of caught wind about towards the end of our practice that it was pretty bad up there. And so during practice, we exchanged some texts. I think he actually reached out to me first just to tell me that things weren't very good there. And Coach Colby and I have a relationship. We know each other for several years now.
While I talked to Mitch and Jared the day before, they said, listen, if things don't work out and we don't make it up to play, or we don't make it down to play in Lucas Oil, we want to do something with you on Friday. We've already got the time booked to play. Let's do something together as teams.
On Friday, we started putting plans together to go up there and work, and got those plans rolling.
And so we got a hold of the United Way that afternoon and told them we could have maybe up to 250 people to clean up a really bad area if you need us to on Friday afternoon. So they sent us over to the Cedar Crest addition, which is right across from the Starbucks that everybody might have seen on the news when it got blown over. It's right across the bypass.
Before the buses came up, I was thinking one, maybe two buses, but they pulled up with 4 full buses of kids, and they all got out, all the work gloves, a couple of shovels, and they just came out, a lot of them, probably 100 of them, just came out, and all of them ready to work, and it was just a cool thing.
For Hamilton Heights to step in and help Kokomo community out with this project was, I was very proud as an athletic director. And it wasn't just our football team that did this. This was cheerleaders, this was student trainers that helped out. When Mitch Street and I got together and talked about this, and by the way, I want to give him kudos, it was his idea. We talked about what we needed to do to pull this off.
Yeah, when we pulled up and got off the bus, it was just shocking just to see the destruction of the storm and what was happening.
I was happy because it was 4 or 5 buses with cheerleaders and players, and they were kind of happy to help us.
They went through the devastation, and it was cool just that we got to help and we got to be there.
Working side by side with the Kokomo football team was really fun because they were all cool people and they weren't down about any of it. They were all, willing to do whatever they had to clean up their city, and I just thought that was really cool to see that.
So that we could actually go out and help some people when they needed to, and that it was just bigger than our game, obviously.
I received a call 2 days after the tornado from the Colts, and they wanted to see if there was anything that they could do. They had already sent down a team of players and cheerleaders and a trailer for support.
It was a really rough time for a lot of young people up there. And we had a group go up and help out a little bit, and so we saw it firsthand.
And they were so proud of what our players and our athletes and coaches did. They wanted to provide something for them.
We're a football team, we thought it was an easy thing to to give those kids a little fun for a weekend night. So it was easy to invite them down and introduce them to the crowd and give them a little bit of fun on a weekend night. So.
Yeah, and when Pat McAfee and Adam Vinatieri came down and visited all the players and started taking selfies, it really just showed us that, I mean, in the NFL, they're real people and they actually care about what's going on in their state and their community.
It was special when the coach recognized us, but as a team, we know like we didn't expect nothing back when we was doing work in the field. So it was very exciting when they like honored us and stuff on the field.
To see, and it was just a big thing for the crowd to just cheer us on, got little chills.
They were able to be on the sideline during warm-up. Adam Vinatieri and Pat McAfee, future Hall of Famers, were walking by and shaking hands, and Pat McAfee did the comedy show the night before and raised a lot of money for our community. And so all of that, just again, you have such a great pride for our area. Teams and the Colts have always stepped up and been supportive within our community, and they couldn't have been better. It was a great event and a great evening for all.
And just to see everybody pull together and understand that this is bigger than them. This is a selfless act, and it's life-changing. I can't think of a better service learning project for our kids.
This was a life lesson of, you know, how we stand up for each other, and that's something that we're so proud of being a part of the IHSAA.
There's white and blue and orange and white, you know, all together there in a large group, talking about what the need was, and that was really neat just to see. Kids take an opportunity to do something bigger than themselves.
And they did it for the right reasons, and I think everybody felt better on the inside after we were finished.
We have great competitions and great rivalries, but when it comes down to it, we are all very proud of representing the IHSAA and Indiana and each of our hometowns. And Hamilton Heights, the entire community, really stepped forward and gave donations as well as their time and food and water, and we just can't thank them enough for everything that they provided.